Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, Gary again said no. We had another spot Bitcoin ETF delayed, but people are questioning what is going on with Gary. So let's talk about it, and let's talk about what else is going on in the world of crypto today. Welcome, guys. Another kind of sideways day, but unfortunately, we had another Bitcoin spot ETF not refusal, but delay. Okay, it wasn't denied, just delayed, right? So I told you guys this morning there's a chance, but I thought it was a small one. I thought, yeah, it wouldn't be approved today, but Grayscale, they're trying to convert their Bitcoin trust into an ETF, and decision has been delayed, right? So the next one is going to be a few months, and who knows, it may get delayed again until 2024, but we do know this is complicated because Gary and the SEC is being sued by Grayscale right now. Actually, in fact, they're being sued for not allowing a spot Bitcoin ETF, right? Because Grayscale argues the SEC does not have a good reason. They allowed futures ETFs. Well, why not spot Bitcoin ETFs? Basically, that's what the lawsuit is about, right? So that complicates things. So no surprise, but you know what? People are wondering just what the hell is going on, right? People have not forgotten, especially Republican lawmakers. They're wondering, not only are they wondering about, the collapse of FTX and others that was not caught by Gary Gensler, and also why spot Bitcoin ETF is not approved, but they're also wondering about this exchange that came out of nowhere, Prometheum, okay? Really an unknown entity that came out of nowhere and got the very first and only SEC approval as a broker-dealer for crypto. Okay, so there are 23 House Financial Services Committee lawmakers who have signed a letter, and they want to know from Gary how Prometheum got this special broker-dealer's license when the likes of Coinbase or Gemini or any of these other big entities did not. And what's so special about it? With that special broker license, they're able to sell security tokens. Okay, so think about that. So unknown exchange out of nowhere, got special approval out of nowhere, okay? And they're the only ones, technically in the US, that's allowed to sell security tokens. Unlike Coinbase, which has been operating since what? Since 2013, for a decade, the largest crypto exchange out there. They have been working with regulators for all this time, trying to get clarity on SEC, trying to get a broker's license, yet they're shut out. And not only that, they get sued, okay, for offering security tokens. So that doesn't make much sense, right? So you got all these crypto companies sued, yet Prometheum got approved. And still to this day, no one knows what the hell they're doing. Okay, so there's something fishy there, right? So I'm glad lawmakers are looking into this because there's something not right. Obviously, there's something not right, right? So hopefully they're going to grill Gary. Maybe they find that he committed some kind of backdoor fraud deal, right? And then they have reason to actually legitimately kick him out, and not only that, maybe put him behind bars, because there's something definitely really wrong about this. Okay, it just doesn't add up at all. So this may complicate things, right? So there's a lot of things aimed at Gary right now. A lot of lawsuits. Keep in mind the Ripple one is not settled. Okay, that's still ongoing despite the fact, and they're trying to appeal the decision that XRP being sold through a secondary market is still considered a security sale. They're trying to argue that. But even with XRP deemed as a non-security, they did not drop the case against Ripple. They did not drop the case against Coinbase or Binance, right? So yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now, right? But I'm glad to see that people in Congress are picking up on this, and they're going after Gary. He has to answer for some of these things, right? So yeah, I just want to lead off. I just want to lead off with that. But you know what? Eventually it's going to come, okay? Eventually we'll go get a Bitcoin spot ETF. Not that, and I don't want to stress that like Bitcoin needs a spot Bitcoin ETF or needs many of them. It's not like Bitcoin really needs them, but it's, again, it's a catalyst. It'll be a huge catalyst to drive more adoption and drive more money into this space, right? So these are all things that we're looking forward, right? A pump, a massive pump, right? But regardless, we're still going to continue forward because we are in a new cycle and money will flow in, demand will increase, and supply will keep going down, right? That's why it's nice. It's nice to think that Bitcoin spot ETFs are coming. And it's nice to know that the halving event's coming. It's nice to know rate cuts are coming next year, right? It's nice. But Bitcoin, honestly, does not care about any of these things. Bitcoin will continue to do what it does, and that is appreciate over time, and it continues to do so. But many people, of course, like to make predictions. Morgan Creek founder predicts Bitcoin to surpass $100,000 within a single year if this happens. A spot Bitcoin ETF approval. So, yeah, I mean, once we get some spot Bitcoin ETFs, you know, again, it's like a catalyst, like throwing gasoline on a campfire. It's going to accelerate things massively, really quickly. But even without it, the campfire will slowly burn and get bigger and bigger. You know, so it's kind of one of those situations. But, you know, Robert Kiyosaki, you know, he thinks Bitcoin not only is it going to $100,000, it's going to go to $1 million, okay? Bitcoin to $100,000. Saying for years, gold and silver are considered God's money. Bitcoin, people's money. Bad news if stock and bond market crash, gold and silver will skyrocket. Worse news if the world economy crashes, Bitcoin to 1 million, gold to 75,000, and silver to 60,000. Okay, and then, yes. Robert Kiyosaki has been, you know, been predicting doom and gloom for a long time, predicting the destruction of financial markets, destruction of the dollar, destruction of central banks for a very long time. One day it's going to be true. One day we will see a catastrophic event happen in the U.S. and you know, and those holding Bitcoin and precious metals or any appreciating assets will be rewarded greatly, but I don't think that's going to come anytime soon. But who knows, right? Maybe he's right. But I do know, again, that Bitcoin is the way. Bitcoin does not care. It'll continue to move forward, right? So right now, Bitcoin's action is very similar to a previous cycle before the 2017 pump, right? Kind of just going sideways. I've shown graphs that show the very same thing, right? We're kind of in a consolidation period. We're going through a period where it's very, very, very low volatility, right? But those are all great things. That means, right? That means good days, bullish days, parabolic days are coming. That's usually what it means because we always get periods. We always get periods where yes, we go down and then we go sideways. We recover and then we go sideways, right? It happens every single cycle. Coming from someone that's been through like 3 cycles, I'll tell you, this happens every single time. But right now, not nearly as bad as previous times when Bitcoin was below 10,000, okay, or below 1,000. Okay, so those of you guys that are thinking, oh, it's so bad right now with Bitcoin below 30,000, you probably were not around when Bitcoin was below 10,000, like at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 levels. And you probably were not around when when Bitcoin was below 1,000, when it hit a low of $160, right? So just keep in mind, it's not that bad. It's not that bad right now, but it's been 644 days, according to Mitchell, since our all-time high. And if we're following previous patterns, we're still about 450 days, which would, put it sometime in August of next year or September next year, before Bitcoin hits 69,000 once again and then breaks through, and then we wait for 2025. However, that could be true, but however, if we get some of these catalysts I mentioned, right, like a spot Bitcoin ETF or multiple spot Bitcoin ETFs, or Fed starts cutting rates, and who knows what else happens. Maybe more institutional buying, maybe more countries adopt Bitcoin. You don't know. Some of these lawsuits get settled, right? There will be more catalysts, and I think will drive Bitcoin higher and much faster than anyone can predict right now, right? That's my thesis. I'm looking forward to it. All right, now outside of Bitcoin, there is some Ethereum news. Okay, I saw this. Right now Ethereum, just like Bitcoin, kind of stagnant, right? Volatility has gone down, but you know what? The DeFi sector is still very strong. If you compare the DeFi sector, okay, with all the other chains out there, like Binance Smart Chain, which has really dropped, and then you look at like Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimum, Avalanche, right? They're seeing pretty steep declines, right? 11, 13, 20, 20%, 33% change in active addresses. But you know what? Ethereum actually saw a positive note. See, this shows you how strong Ethereum is, right? That's why you don't want to give up on Ethereum. Too many people think, oh, Ethereum's like Bitcoin of smart contracts. It's too big. You're not going to make any money. But, Ethereum is the big daddy, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. The total value of the network continues to go up, all-time high, 27 million ETH deposited in the contract. Also, I saw this Zynga. I think most of you guys know Zynga. Zynga is jumping in. Gala was started by ex-co-founder or co-founder Zynga, ex-Zynga executive, right? And of course, they came out with a lot of games that are similar in nature, but Zynga themselves are coming. They're coming out with Sugar Town, and you have to buy their NFT to be able to play this game. They're releasing 10,000 NFTs later this year, Aura NFTs, and they are required for players to enter the game. Interesting. Okay, and this is on top of Ethereum. So, yeah, big game makers, they're coming in. Everyone wants a piece, right? Basically, everyone wants a piece of Web3, I guess. It's still very early, but everyone wants to make sure that they get a piece early. So we'll see. We'll see how Zynga does. All right, that's pretty much it. Let's do Q&A. All right, I'm going to try to keep today's Q&A a little bit shorter. All right. Go Leafs Go says Prometheum is obviously a Trojan. Michael Schumacher says it's a Democrat front. Slug says Prometheum is CIA. A lot of theories about what Prometheum is, but it's no good. And it's run by, I don't know. It's run by someone that's very close to Gary. That's for sure. Yeah. CoinDesk, first of all, CoinDesk you know, because I have an ad blocker on, it looks so weird, like big gaps, right, when I'm scrolling. Second of all, CoinDesk just laid off 50% of their workforce today, which really sucks. But anyways, yeah, there's something fishy going on here. Thoughts on LPT? What is it, a live peer? Yeah, I don't really have any thoughts. It's decentralized streaming, but on top of Ethereum. I think that's what who they are. They didn't have a good day today. Didn't have a good year. Yeah, certainly off more than 90% off from their highs. I'm pretty sure they're in decentralized streaming, right? They're Audius competitor. I think they're okay. I have nothing against them. Do I feel 29K is bottom? I guess you're asking local bottom. Yeah. I mean, we've gone down a little bit. We went to like 28 recently and came right back up. It seems like a solid bottom. Should I have my Bitcoins on my ledger? Yes, Corey. Self-custody is a good thing. Never too late to put your crypto on your own wallet that you control. Do you have faith that Jenna can bounce back in the next meeting and redeem herself? Well, yes. Yes. We'll see next month. End of next month. Challenge me. First of all, don't do a lot of @CryptosRus. That's a pet peeve of mine because people overuse it. And second of all, I mean, NFTs is fine. All right, they all gone down the shitter. Will they recover? Yes, because I think a lot of those that they came out, especially the Bored Apes, are kind of like the OG NFTs. You know, the OG NFT collection. It's going to come back. I was talking to a bunch of Cardano maxis today who feel like Cardano gets overlooked and no respect. Do you agree? No, I don't agree. Cardano maxis, of course, will say that, just like Solana maxis will say that, oh, yeah, no one talks about Solana. All these maxis will say whatever they want, but Cardano's sitting at number 8, okay? That's enough. That's enough. That means there's plenty of people that have it, plenty of people that hold it, plenty of people that believe in it, okay? If Cardano was sitting at number 50, then yeah, that may be a better case. Like, okay, everyone's overlooking it, but the fact that they're at number 10 in the top 10, no one's overlooking them, all right? It's just like XRP guys. XRP guys will say, well, no one pays any respect to XRP. It should be at number 1 or number 3. No, it's at number 5. Okay, 5 is a good place for it. Maybe it should be above BNB, but still, they are where they are, and there's nothing wrong with being in the top 10. Very hard to do. Can Polygon hit $20 in 2025? That's a crazy number right there. Probably not, if I'm just guessing right now. How many multiples is that? That's like 31x. I'm gonna say no. I'd say 10 is definitely doable. 15, 15, 20, yeah. 31x. Ooh, that bull run in 2025 must be like insane. We're talking about the market cap of crypto probably being at, what, 15, 20 trillion? Okay, if we were at 20 trillion global market cap by the end of 2025, that can happen. But to get to 20 trillion market cap, oh, that's going to take a lot of money. Maybe it can happen with the spot Bitcoin ETFs, but yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money right there. Do I like Suka? I'm neutral. I know a couple of guys who are kind of like community members, and they're good guys. And, you know, that's about the extent of that. Do I believe in their meme coin or their mission? No, but, you know, I met a couple of guys, and I think they're good guys. How many whole coiners are out there? Well, we can find out. Bitcoin rich list. All right. How many whole coiners are there? Between 0.1 and 1 Bitcoin, there is approximately 3.4 million. But between 1 and 10, now it gets reduced down to 855,000. So the number is somewhere in between there. I'm going to say it's probably closer to like a million. There's probably a million addresses with 1 Bitcoin, but most people have more than 1 address, right? So I think a lot of people that hold more than 1 Bitcoin, they have multiple Bitcoins spread across multiple addresses. So if I was making an educated guess, I would say it's probably about a quarter of that number. So I would say in the world, probably 250,000 whole coiners. If I was making a guess, it could be higher than that, but it could certainly be lower than that. But in total, you're looking at probably like 1 million addresses. Do you think the majority of Americans will be in crypto at some point? Yes. That will happen when we have a lot of really good Web3 games and dApps. People won't even know that they're utilizing blockchain or crypto, or they're buying an NFT, right? At some point, we will get there, just like right now how everyone in America has a mobile phone, right? Basically, yeah, we're going to get there, but it's going to take some time for some outstanding dApps to be developed and get mass adoption. Will it be possible 30,000 be the low in the next bear market? Certainly. I think it could be higher than that. I think it could be like 40, 45,000. Is Phantom dead? No, it's not dead. They're thinking about converting to a layer 2 for Ethereum, trying to use ZK rollups to do so. They may make that move, but they're not dead. Do I hold any Solana? Yes, I do. Small little bag, but I do. What do I think about C? You know what? I don't know much about C. They came out. I'm going to get connected with some people from the team, try to learn more about them and see how they are. Right? They got a lot of funding. A lot of funding, for sure. All right, guys. We'll call it a night. Overall, we got denied once again. Okay, but it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time we get one approved. But I'm glad to see people, especially Congress, pointing out there's something fishy about this, right? So we'll see where that goes. But you know what? Bitcoin, still quite all right. Quite all right. And you know what? Ethereum is quite all right too. And many more are coming in. So stay strong, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one. Take care.